I'm Antonio Brown. I'm a native of Hardeman County, 53 years here. I'm a sergeant at Bolivar Police Department for 15, be my 16th year in January. I took the liberty to run for this position because I love my county. Been here 53 years. I don't know anybody that can protect and serve this county better than I can, because truly you have to love it, because you're not getting rich. So you have to love to go and do what we do, right? I had some goals when I thought about starting this job, right? And I said, if I became sheriff, what would I do? Well, the answer to that is call the budget committee and say, give me some money. Right? It's probably not gonna happen right away, but that's one of the things that's gonna have to happen sooner or later, right? Is to become very intimate with the budget committee. They make things happen for us, right? That keeps where we can protect our community to the best ability we have, is the things that they give us. Okay? Near future, right? We're gonna need grants to help this community get back on its feet, right? Because we are in a deep, deep hole, right? And I don't think the county has the pockets right now to do a lot of anything. So with that budget committee, with those grants, we are going to try to righten this ship. Okay? I am Antonio Brown, and I am running for Hardeman County Sheriff.
David Thomas.
Good evening, how are y'all? Good. Looking good out there. All right, my name is David Neighbors. I live in Salisbury, Tennessee. Throughout my law enforcement career, I've been a patrolman, a canine officer, a canine trainer. I've served on violent crimes task forces. I am currently serving with the state of Tennessee as a special agent. I have previously in Tiffin County, my old chief sitting right back there, have been over patrol. I was over his budget and things of that nature. Much like Mr. Parham said, I had talked about running and talked to my wife about it, and prayed about it, and I really felt like God told me, if not me, who, and if not now, when. Through elections, this is the first one I've ever run. They're hard. They're really hard. They're hard on your family. There's all kinds of rumors that go around. So kudos to you two men. It's not an easy job. But with saying that, I have nothing personal against anybody up on this stage. There's just different types of leadership. And so I've worked at the sheriff's office. I've watched things. I've worked with Tony. And I just think that our county is ready and needs to go in a direction that we've never been before. Times are changing, people are changing, ideas need to be changing, and it's time for us to do something a little different, in my opinion, and I hope in yours as well. I am David Neighbors, and I'm hoping to be your next Hardeman County Sheriff.
Jeff Doolin, you're on.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. First of all, I got to wish my wife a happy birthday. I won't tell y'all how old she is. Today's her birthday. Good evening, and thank you, everyone, for taking their time to come out here tonight. I also want to thank your organization that hosted this debate, and the candidates, and the willingness to serve our community. For the past 16 years, I've been your sheriff for Hardeman County, and during that time, I've approached this office with the guiding principle, protect our citizens, be a good steward of taxpayers' dollars, and lead with integrity. I'm proud that we have accomplished together what we've accomplished together since I've been sheriff. Our office has maintained a 100% murder solvency rate since I've been the sheriff. We're over 60% higher than the state average on solvency of the crime rate. Those results are a testament to professionals, dedicated deputies, jailers, and other staff that work at the Hardeman County Sheriff's Office. We also demonstrate responsible financial leadership. With our county faced difficult times, the department had to look, see where we could cut, just to help the county maintain the budget. And we cut over $200,000 out of our budget, just so we wouldn't be a burden on the taxpayers of Hardeman County. Today, Hardeman County is a safe place to live and work, raise a family. And because of the dedication of the correctional officers, the staff, we're doing time? And the correctional officer staff, I'm proud for them, people of Hardeman County, safe place to live. I'm John Doolin, running for Sheriff of Hardeman County. Would appreciate your vote.
Now it is time for candidates to ask questions of their opponents, and the other candidate will have an opportunity to comment on that. Antonio, would you leave that off?
I believe it starts at 1, correct?
Sorry?
It starts at 1, correct? He's 3.
Okay.
Sorry, just want to make sure I've got the rules.
That'll work.
I'm confused myself.
Well, let's make this easy. I don't have any questions. I prefer to write, to ask questions later.
Okay. Neighbors, David?
I'm asking Mr. Parham.
Yes.
Okay. Of course, I opened it upside down. All right. Mr. Parham, every candidate that runs for office runs on bridging the gap between the citizens and the sheriff's office. You as well are running on this platform. What sets your plan apart from previous promises made by candidates?
If I'm correct on what you're saying, you're asking me what will I do different from the past candidates?
That's correct.
Okay, gotcha. Easy. It's not, that's a very simple question. Past candidates have always made the promises that they're going to give back to the community, make it safer, become friendlier with the community. And yet, we still have this big dark cloud between the community and the officers. So my goal is to mandate that we have more community outings between the departments and the community, to have open settings where they can come in and enjoy the officers, where they can learn who the officers are. Educational programs where we teach them about the officers, where we teach the officers about them, sending the officers out into the community, making sure that each officer understand that they work for the public don't work for them, you know, making sure those officers understand that when the time comes, their job is service.
Okay, any comments on that?
You're not saying anything that's already been done today. These deputies know who they work for. They work for the citizens of this county. And with the numbers I gave you, it seems like they're taking good care of these citizens.
Okay. So and you asked a question, so Antonio, it's your turn to ask a question?
You get a rebuttal. He get a rebuttal.
2 minutes, right?
Okay.
2 minutes for me. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
go ahead.
For those of you that follow me on social media, I posted a video several weeks ago about an Explorer program that I'm going to implement. That idea actually come from Shelby County Sheriff's Office, is where I learned about it at, as much as I would like to take the credit for it. But what this is going to do is this is going to take our young people, and it's going to start them at age 13 through 17, and it's going to teach them accountability. It's going to teach them integrity. It's going to teach them dedication. It's going to teach them that they can trust our law enforcement, because with media and everything else that goes on in the world, children just do not trust the police. And I'm not saying that that's every child and everywhere, but it's a fact. So we're gonna start that program with children. We're going to go into schools and speak with children. We're gonna police the areas that aren't comfortable to police. Everybody up here has been in that situation. There's certain places where it's more comfortable for me. There's more places where it's more comfortable for Tony. We have got to bridge those gaps and look at each other all as human beings and understand and police with compassion and police with conviction and reach the people of our county, because just as the sheriff and Mr. Forum said, that is our job. That is who we work for. And there should be nobody in this county that any officer that works in this department is not able to reach.
Okay. Sheriff Newland did not have a question earlier, so Antonio, you have a question?
So this is a question that was recently asked to or posed to the sheriff. Body-worn cameras were piloted in 2012 in the United States. 2013, the 82% of the United States adopted body cameras, right? Why do our department not have body cameras?
That's a simple question. Funding. You can get a grant for the body camera. You can't get a grant for the server that you're gonna have to put all of the evidence on, because everything that comes off that body camera is considered evidence for at least 6 months. Then you're gonna have to have somebody to maintain that evidence, which means you gotta hire somebody. And I can tell you right now, the county's not gonna hire anybody. They don't have the funds to do it. So it's all about funding.
You comment on that?
I do agree that it is a big financial burden, but it's also a necessity. If the sheriff was the chief there, if towns like Whiteville can do it, the county government can figure out a way to do it. When I worked for the sheriff's office from 2019 to 2021, we did not have body cameras. I went and I bought a body camera myself and I wore it. Because I want that accountability and transparency. I don't have anything to hide on a traffic stop. But more importantly, my question would be, there are 8 cameras that are leased by the sheriff's office in this county that keep up with law-abiding citizens' movements of where they drive, their license plates, their where they're going, what time they're going there. If we're holding them accountable, why are we not holding deputies and citizens that deal with each other accountable?
Antonio, it was your question. You have a follow-up comment on that?
Absolutely. As Mr. Neighbors said, Whiteville and Bolivar both in 2013 and 2014 implemented body cameras. Hardeman County being the largest entity of law enforcement here, having the expression to say we can't afford it being the largest entity here, that's a little bit puzzling to me. My biggest concern with an all-time high with the word racism being out there, prejudice being out there, with, at this point, police brutality. How do you protect the officers? How do you protect the citizens without body cameras now?
Any comments on that, Sheriff Newland?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I got to comment on that. It's simple. It's funding. You can look at the county budget. You know, the sheriff's office operates on $5.6 million. That's 7 different budgets. 7 different budgets. You got to know how to budget, and you got to know where to cut. But you're playing with taxpayers' money. When taxpayers gets a tax increase, you're going to be the least favorite sheriff that's ever been, regardless whether it's body camera or not.
We'll pay it for accountability.
That's right. Okay. All right. None of that. Nobody yells. Clap if you want, cheer if you want, no comments. Please.
Are you gonna stick to the rules? Because he already had one.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, look, what do you want me to do with that?
Not allow the rules.
Okay.
Follow the rules.
Mr. Woods is doing his best. Allow him to do his best. Please,
Just asking if the rules are gonna be followed.
as well as we can, sir.
So I would like to respond to that, Darrell.
This is too small a community for us to fight every 4 years.
Right.
I watch this every 4 years and it's ridiculous.
I think
Once I'm finished, I'm sorry.
I think I get the last say so since we went back.
Well, let me go ahead and finish. And this is why I ain't got no questions. Because this is all this is a fight. People want to see us fight and argue between each other, and it's not going to be. Why do I have any questions for these two candidates? I've been the sheriff for 16 years. Why do I need to ask them what better job they can do than I'm already doing? And that's all I got.
Go ahead.
So, back to the question at hand, and that was a good speech. What we have is our kids, our schools, our neighbors, our officers. Isn't it worth the body cameras? Have we even went to the budget committee and said, how do we get this? Because it's hard, again, to believe that little old Bolivar, in fact, little old Wyver can find the funds for it, and we can't. I just find that hard to believe.
Look at the amount of officers that Whiteville's got, that the sheriff's office got. It's no comparison.
He's not supposed to be able to speak again. I had the last rebuttal, and I agree with him. If we're gonna follow the rules, let's follow the rules. He's already had it. He don't get the rebuttal on my question.
I have nothing, sir.
Mr. Neighbors. What's next? With what, sorry, excuse me, God. With 14 years of experience, what gives you the right to run for sheriff?
The Constitution of the United States of America gives me the right. But more importantly, I have tried my best with many mistakes along the way. I'll be the first to admit it. Set my life up in a fashion in my law enforcement career to be ready for something like this. I've been very lucky. I've had great leaders. I've worked for Chief Jewell. I've worked for Chief Ben Davis in Whiteville. I've worked for the sheriff's office. I've had a lot of good mentors that have set me up for this. But more importantly than being a Republican or a Democrat or whatever, I'm a constitutionalist. If anything happens or anything that I do goes against the Constitution of the United States of America or the Constitution of the state of Tennessee, I'm completely against it. And I believe that we need more of that. We need people that are willing to stand up and fight for our Constitution and our constitutional rights, that aren't scared to back down, that aren't scared to go against whatever adversity may come our way and say, hey, I'm here to do the right thing. This is why I ran for this job. I'm not a politician, never been one, but by God, I am a patriot.
No comment, great answer.
I have no comment.
All right. Sheriff Dillon, it's your turn to ask a question, Mr. Farrell.
I have no question at this time.
Mr. Neighbors, you can ask John Dillon.
You know, Sheriff, I had some questions set up to go here, but I'm not going to sit in a position and put anybody. Mr. Farham's willing to participate. I respect you. I have nothing. I wouldn't disrespect you at all. I'm definitely not going to come try to put you in a bad light. I think there are several questions that people have concerning the lawsuits. concerning the where that goes. We've heard it belong to the ex-mayor. We've heard it belong to the county commissioners. I won't go into my in-depth question. I'll just simply ask you, do you think that the sheriff's office had any responsibility in the FLSA lawsuit?
Well, you being as a member of that lawsuit, you knew how it worked. You turned your time sheet in every week, did you not?
Yes, sir.
It got sent to the mayor's office every week, regardless how many hours you had. I can't help it what your check said when you come back. That's where your check comes from, is the county mayor's office.
I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I was simply asking a question.
So, if you fill out your time sheet, and I sign off on it, and send it to the mayor's office, say you had 56 hours, and you only got paid for 40, does that make the sheriff's office at fault?
Well, I mean, I work for the sheriff's office, sir.
Did it make it at fault?
I mean, I would have to assume that, and I've never been a sheriff, but I would have to assume that the person that I work for would be responsible for paying me, because they're responsible for telling me what time to get to work and what time to leave.
Exactly, and that's the reason I was released from this lawsuit a year and a half before it even ended.
Yes, so the answer is no.
No.
Okay.
No rebuttal.
Closing statements, we'll start with Mr. Kramer. Or did you do that wrong? We'll start with Sheriff.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm Sheriff Billin, been a sheriff for 16 years. Would love to continue for more. I'd appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Folks, you've heard everybody talk up here. I really hate that it ended in kind of a dramatic way. I know there's people that thought they were buying tickets to a wrestling match, but this is, I mean, let's be serious. This is 3 people interviewing to be the top law enforcement officer in this county. You need professionals, and I'm not saying that you don't have them. I'm just saying we need to be gracious. Nobody's perfect. But we do need people that'll stand in the gap, that'll stand up for the citizens of this county, that will make your voice heard, that will reach your children, that will reach your community, and that can get along with each other and with other neighboring counties and people inside of ourselves. It's very important for you to get out and vote, regardless who you support in this race. We can spend all the money we want. We can go knock on every door there is to knock on in this county. If you don't get out and get to the polls, we've wasted our time. Right. So people fought and died, crawled on their hands and knees with gunshot wounds during wars so that you could have the right to go and vote. If you don't do anything else, exercise it.
That's right.
Again, I'm Antonio Pearl. Tell you a little bit about myself. I am somebody who survived growing up in the neighborhoods where the drug dealers, where I actually got to see them make the dough, right? Where I got to see the gang members do some of the worst things. I survived it. I survived the job. Being in a place where they say I wasn't supposed to be. Right? Statistics say 95% of African.
It's all right.
Statistics say 95% of African Americans will be incarcerated. I'm the 5% that stands before you, not incarcerated, but willing to fight for you, to fight with you. I'm that 5% that wants to make the change for my county. I'm here because I love my county, not because I love the title. I'm here because I love the kids. I'm here because I love people. Right? I'm ready to give this county every part of me because 53 years in that sign says I gotta stop. 53 years since I have the last say, so I'm gonna continue to tell you guys, I'm here, I'm ready to fight. I need your vote. Let's go, let's get out and vote.
Let's hear it from the candidates. All right, we're gonna take a few minutes. The two mayor's candidates need to come down here, and y'all hop up and enjoy your.
For joining us for tonight's candidate debate and forum. We want to take a minute and thank our sponsors who have made this live stream possible. Thank you to Aeneas, Clark's Quick Print, Magnolia Regional Health Center, Bolivar Energy Authority, Clark Engineering and Utility Solutions, and Corinth Gaming Center. And thank you for watching. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us for tonight's candidate debate and forum. We want to take a minute and thank our sponsors who have made this live stream possible. Thank you to Aeneas, Clark's Quick Print, Magnolia Regional Health Center, Bolivar Energy Authority, Clark Engineering and Utility Solutions, and Corinth Gaming Center. And thank you for watching. We'll be right